platinum sales.
Behold, a last now given to me. The royalty to use the game. Wash originality away.
Hello and thanks for listening to Heavy. This interview is proudly brought to you thanks to Rode, your leading Australian-based audio technology company. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with...
Yeah, my name's Joshua Wade. I play bass in Sydney-based band Sienna Skies. We are going out on tour with Of Mice and Men in a couple of weeks, and we're really, really excited to be a part of it and the opportunity, and can't wait to get back out there on the road.
Beautiful, Joshua. Thanks for joining us today, brother.
No worries. Thanks very much for having me.
My pleasure. So, as you say, mate, you aren't far off from heading out for a run of shows supporting Of Mice and Men, starting in Adelaide on February the 23rd, and then hitting Sydney and Melbourne, and finishing in Brisbane on February the 27th. So, it's only a few weeks off, mate. How are the nerves?
Yeah, the nerves are catching up with us at the moment because it's been so long since we've played live before due to COVID and everything. We had a extra long break over COVID, writing material and stuff like that. So yeah, to actually be coming back and playing shows in some big rooms with some friends and stuff like that. Yeah, it is starting to catch up on us a little bit. But we are looking forward to it. It's been a long time. We can't wait to do what we do.
I bet. Now, she's not a massive run of shows in terms of the number of shows, mate, but it's still a massive achievement being chosen for the tour. So how do you prepare yourselves mentally for something like that? Like, do you sort of plan it out, or do you just turn up and see what happens?
Every show's different. Every market's different. Every tour is different. We have known Dream One Dreamer for ever since they've started being a band, and we were bands coming up together in the same scene. When it comes to Of Mice and Men, we've both known Of Mice and Men in passing before. Never really played with them before, but seen them at other shows and festivals abroad and stuff like that. So vibe-wise, I'm sure it's just going to be stellar. Everyone's going to be stoked. I'm going to have a great time. Everyone, online, looks like they're super keen for the shows. So that helps with the nerves, knowing it's going to be a super comfortable environment. But yeah, to answer your question, there's not really much else to do. It's just get up there and do what we've always done. It's just it's like I said just before, it's been a while, so we're just super excited and just can't wait to get our hands on our instruments in front of people and just do it again.
And I understand yourselves and Dream One Dreamer are actually selected by the band themselves, mate, which makes it even more special for you.
Yeah, we heard that. So yeah, to have such a massive band in the metalcore community, reach out and say they want you, and as well as the boys from Dream One Dreamer, I'm sure it's very, very flattering and very much appreciated to see that both of our bands have been around for quite some time and have always worked extremely hard. So it's really cool to have a band of their cachet to reach out and say we want you. It's really nice, and we truly appreciate it.
And I suppose the best thing about this, mate, is there's two Australian bands filling the two supporting slots. How good is that for Australian music?
I think it's really good for Australian music. Normally a band of this caliber generally have the option to just bring some friends over with them and just bring more overseas bands and just get one local. So I think it's pretty cool that they've actually reached out to some bands like us and Dreamer and and just given us the opportunity to go out on the road and play some big metalcore shows. It's really cool. We couldn't be any more stoked, honestly, and it is really good. And I think the more tours that come to Australia with big artists in different respected genres, I think it'd be an awesome thing to actually have more Australian supports on the shows going forward. I reckon it'd just be great to prop everyone up. But yeah, there is just so many bands now. In Australia, there's just so many bands up and coming, and I think opportunities are few and far between for a lot of people because there's just so many bands, and not every band can play every show or get every opportunity. So I think the more Australian bands on packages with big internationals would be really nice to see moving forward.
Most definitely, bro. Now you mentioned that it's been a while since you've done a tour like this, mate. So what's going to be different with your live set this time to what people might have seen last time?
Well, on this tour, we currently have 4 new singles out and an EP coming out on March 8th. So we are going to be playing a bunch of the new songs that we've never actually played live before, as well as a lot of, I guess, more singly songs, from the past few releases. So in saying what to expect live from us, expect a real high energy set full of everyone's favorites, as well as all the new songs that have been getting a great response as of late.
Now you're going to have to be careful how you answer this, mate, because I didn't realise until now that it's pretty much a loaded question that could get you in the shit. But for something like this, mate, like, do you go out there with a view to upstaging the headliners in a sense, or are you more just trying to warm up the crowd for them coming on?
No, not at all. We're playing one of 3, so we know our job is to get out there, warm the room, get the place set up for Dream on Dreamer, who will then get the place set up for Of Mice and Men. Obviously, with Of Mice selecting us, we're all in this together, and it's going to be a great night. Our job is to open the show and bring as much energy as we can, make sure everyone has a smile on their face through the night, get moving forward, and just keep on rocking. There's always, you want to play well and you want to deliver the best show possible, which will always reflect on, how people will view your band as an individual, as our band. The better we perform, the more people will think the set was cool, or if they've never heard of us before, that's a good band. Or if they have sort of haven't heard from us in many years, they'd just be like, oh yeah, Sienna, they're doing what they've always done. That's cool. You know what I mean? So, there's no real like I'm here to take over situation. It's definitely, I think it's a collective group of us, Dream and Dreamer, Of Mice and Men, delivering the show for everyone who's paid their hard-earned money to come to a show in this current environment with all the tour traffic and everything that's going on for them, for people to come spend the night with our 3 bands. We're all in it together just to put on a great show.
And how about when it comes to choosing a set list, mate? Like, do you try and choose a set list that you think might appeal to fans of the headliner band, or do you still choose the best one for you?
Oh, set lists are the hardest things, especially for a band like us, because we've been around, us and Dream, we've both been around for so long, and we both have quite, I wouldn't say large catalogs of music, but we've definitely released multiple albums. So picking a set like this, you do want to pick songs that match the demographic of the show, but you also don't want to let down the people that are coming to the show to see, your band and specific songs that they might want to hear. It's a really tough one, especially when you're limited for time. Like it's more. Those things are a lot more easy to control on a headlining set. But I know, to answer your question, do I cater to genre of headliner? Not so much. It's more about the intensity. It's more about whereabouts on the bill I think you are. Like being an opening one of 3 on this package, we feel like I said, our job is to come out there and set the tone for the rest of the evening. So we want to put on quite an aggressive set. So that would probably cancel out a few of our ballads and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely aiming to come with the thunder straight out of the gates.
Yeah, cool. Now you mentioned your new EP before that comes out on March the 8th. So tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, we have a new EP called Only Change is Permanent coming out on March 8th. It's a collection of songs that we wrote all throughout the whole entire COVID period. And recorded and got many different music videos and songs on Spotify and Apple Music and everything all going on right now, releasing music. It was a really tough one to write for us because having so much time to write it was just so weird yet so comfortable for us. But in saying it was an absolute bloody nightmare because we wrote it throughout COVID and you couldn't even be in the same room as your band. and we're doing it on Zoom, where we're using all these different programs where our drummer Damon can go. We can all see each other on the screen, but Damon, our drummer, can like control the drum session inside the meeting while other people are tracking guitars, and it was just all this stuff that is just way over my head, and I hate technology. So Nicholas, our guitarist, is an IT guy, and he's all over the top of that type of stuff. So yeah, the EP comes out March 8th, album launch tour over April, late April and early May, all major cities across Australia, bringing out our friends No Home from Seattle, Washington, as well as taking up and coming Sydney metalcore band Haraway out with us. We're really excited for that run as well. It's been a long time since we've released music. So we're really excited to actually get a product out and get back on the road. It's been a long time overdue, but yeah, COVID really put a thorn in our side in how things were going to progress, and it kind of sucked. I know it sucked for everyone, but it just really for us as well, because we were coming off such good momentum. We've been touring Europe, the US, Japan, even Australia. And then we planned to have time off in January to write, and that's when COVID hit. So that plan to write dragged out for a super long time. And not only that, during the whole process of the last few years, some of us have bought houses, gotten married, started families as well. So there was other things we had going on that was making it hard for us to invest the time that the record writing process needed. So it just delayed us a little bit more, but now we're back. Things are moving forward. Mice and Men tour, like, can't wait. EP coming out, can't wait. Headlining tour, can't wait again. It's just, it really does feel good to be back. I know I'm rambling a little bit here, but it's just, honestly, we have a lot going on ever since we relaunched Active out of COVID, and we're really excited for it.
That's good to hear, brother. Good to hear. Now, just finish off finally with a little bit more about the EP, mate. Like, musically, is it what people would expect from Sienna Skies, or writing it in under those conditions in that environment? Did it affect the outcome a bit?
Generally speaking, it is up. Every song on the EP is different. Every single one is different. We have a ballad, we have a pop punk song, we have metalcore songs. We have just good rock songs. It's genre-wise, it's not really, we didn't put any limits to ourselves, or, it has to be all heavy. It has to be in a, certain genre. It's all, we chose the best songs that we wrote. We didn't care about genre. We just wanted it to be the best collection of songs that we've come up with over this time to release to everybody. And that's pretty much it. But we do, when it comes to the ballad, the soft song, I can go into detail about that, how throughout COVID, we lost, many people. It wasn't even COVID related. We've lost, throughout the last few years in the writing process, we lost multiple friends to cancer, other terminal illnesses, another one to cystic fibrosis. Our friend Brendan lived the last almost decade of his life with another person's lungs in him because he suffered from cystic fibrosis. And then after many years of having them in him, his body rejected them. And he was one of our good friends and one of our biggest fans. He's actually from Ipswich, up in Queensland. So he'd always come to our Brisbane shows, and his family's all super supportive of us. And, we all, through COVID, when we were allowed to have multiple people in a room together, we were lucky enough to all be able to be at my house and watch the streaming funeral service of his funeral service in Queensland, because we all couldn't cross the border. So we have songs about the subject matters of like our friends' passings, including his. Like, he's obviously a part of that as well, but that's just one story of going in off that song. And yeah, some songs about self-doubt. It's been a long time since releasing music. Can we still do this at a high level? Are these songs good enough? Am I happy with them? It's are we happy with them? It's just, yeah, there's a lot has gone into the EP.
Beautiful, mate. All right, Joshua. Well, thanks very much for your time today, bro. The run of shows with the Mice and Men kicks off in Adelaide on February the 23rd, and you've got your own shows after that. So a lot coming up for you guys, man. I'll probably see you at the Brisbane show.
Yeah, it'd be sweet, dude. Yeah, come hang out, come say hi. I'm generally floating around like a chicken with my head cut off at every show, so I'll normally be.
Mate, I'll be the yin to your yang on the chicken.